Good evening. Thank you very much, Charlie. Can everyone hear me? First, thanks also to the City of Roseville for, first of all, committing to have its first ever Relay for Life. I think that's so great. And I thank you also for this opportunity for me to share just a little bit of my story. My name is Amy. I'm 30. Roseville High School, class of 92. Go Panthers. I'm a wife, I'm a mom, and I'm a breast cancer survivor. I'm still going through my treatment. I just finished chemotherapy in February, and then I had a bilateral or double mastectomy and reconstructive surgery, which I'm still completing. When I'm done with my reconstruction, I'll have about 7 weeks of radiation and then 5 years of hormonal therapy. But no one's really given me the go-ahead to call myself a survivor or to say that I'm in remission or any of that stuff, but I do very strongly consider myself a cancer survivor. I've been surviving cancer since October of last year, when my husband and I sat in that doctor's office and she told me that I had stage 3 invasive ductal carcinoma of the right breast, which is fancy talk for the kind of breast cancer that spreads. And, over the last several months, I have been surviving breast cancer every day in several little ways. I've survived so much cancer-related activity that it's hard for me sometimes to remember what life was like before cancer, almost as if I've had 2 lives. There's the pre-cancer Amy, and now there's this Amy. In December of last year, breast cancer Amy turned about 2 months old, but overall Amy turned 30. And I know that for some people this can be a little traumatic. Oh my God, I'm going to be 30, but I was pretty excited about turning 30. I was willing to take as many birthdays as the good Lord will give me now, so my husband and I wanted to do it upright. So he planned a big party for me and I got all dialed up, including preparing the unveiling of my new super sassy, super fabulous wig. I was so excited about this wig. We went to the bar, the establishment, with a bunch of our closest friends and had a great time. We were hanging out, talking and laughing and dancing, and I think some people were drinking. I wasn't. And the DJ decided to play this song by Prince called Let's Go Crazy. And I always do what Prince says. So I started getting a little crazy. I was dancing, partying, and I basically partied so hard that my wig fell off. So it's pretty funny now, but at the time I was so embarrassed. I couldn't even move. I was just standing there in the middle of this dance floor with my face in my hands, the disco ball sort of bouncing off my big ball head, and I just couldn't even move because it all sort of hit me in that moment, not just my wig falling off, but everything that I had to let myself think about over the last few months, everything that I had dealt with over the last few months. It just all sort of was sitting there in a pile next to my wig. And so, of course, my husband was by my side in a split second. He was hugging me and telling me it was going to be fine. And, I didn't really hear him, but I knew I was there, and it was nice, but he just didn't get it. And then my girlfriends were there a second later, and they were hugging me and telling me I was beautiful, and it was fine, it was going to be okay. And that was very nice. But they just didn't get it. So then this random girl comes up to me. She hugs me. She sort of grabs my face like I do with my son sometimes. I'm trying to make sure he's really listening. And she looks into my eyes and she says, "It's just hair. You're going to be fine. You're going to survive this." And I knew she was talking about the cancer, that I was going to survive the cancer. But I also knew that she was talking about this moment, surviving these moments that make up your life as a cancer patient. So the DJ trying to make up for his mistake, because if you really think about it, none of this would have happened if he hadn't played that song. dedicates "I Will Survive" to me. And everybody starts dancing, and I'm still sort of standing there, and I kind of thought of a different song that my dad and I were supposed to dance to at my wedding. That's a whole other story. If you get the choice to sit it out or dance, you dance. So I stuffed my wig in my purse, and I danced. And I never wore that wig again, because in that second I got it. I will survive. I am surviving. I survive cancer every day. I survived cancer when my hair fell out. How? I wore hats. Really, I wore hats all the time anyway when I had hair, but now I wear a pink hat. I survived it when the doctor told me that I probably wasn't going to have any more babies. But that one's pretty easy because I survived that one every time I look at my son. And I survived losing my breasts because I'm getting new ones and they're going to be fabulous. And I'd like to say that I've survived the toughest test that cancer has given me, and that's the test of my spirit. Because cancer is tough. And if you let it, it will take your spirit. But however tough cancer thinks it is, I am totally tougher. And so is my spirit. In fact, I think my spirit... Thanks, Jack. I needed I think my spirit is tougher now than it was before I was diagnosed. I have cancer to thank for that. Cancer taught me something very important. It's something that, you sort of know. I mean, we all know this, but cancer sort of slapped me in the face about it. But all that stuff that happens to you in your day, like when you're late for work and you lose your keys and you're stuck in traffic, or you're about to give a speech at a cancer meeting and you spill Sprite on your pants, or in your doctor's office trying to figure out why it's so hard for you to get pregnant, you find out you have cancer, or at your birthday party, your party's so hard that your wig falls off. That's just stuff.
And I got sandwich on.
It doesn't matter. I mean, it can affect you, but it can only affect you as much as you allow it to. And so in that moment when my wig fell off, I got it. And I didn't let any of that stuff get to me anymore. I realized what life is really about. It's about a sunny day at the park with your son. Watching him swing on a swing or slide down a slide or chase his own shadow. It's about a round of golf with your husband. Maybe breaking 90? Would that be asking too much? It's about visiting friends, taking a walk, reading a good book. Sorry, okay. It's just like, all that other stuff doesn't matter. It's just, it's like the old saying, the cliche, I guess cliches become cliches for a reason. When life gives you lemons, you make lemonade, right? So, on behalf of my husband, who, in my opinion, that's my son. On behalf of my husband, who in my opinion is every bit the cancer survivor that I am. On behalf of my grandma, my mama, my Aunt Bonnie, my cousin Carol, my godfather, my friends Jerry and Jackie and Mary and Roseanne, the late Karen Backey, any of you here tonight who may be among us, the millions of people who are surviving cancer every day, I ask a few things of you. First of all, stop the smoking. I mean, I know smoking didn't lead to my particular cancer, but come on, people. Secondly, I'm sorry if this is uncomfortable for you boys, but ladies, get familiar with your breasts. Anything that you find, you're going to find way before any mammogram will. I learned that the hard way. So, monthly checkups, but boys, if you have a mom, if you have a sister, if you have a daughter, you should get comfortable with talking about boobs. It could save their life. And lastly, I ask this of you. As you go through your life and you try to forget about all that stuff, When you're faced with an opportunity to sit it out or dance, I hope you party till your wig falls off. Thank you.